Alright guys, it is officially time to announce that we're going to be doing a build series on the Z. Starting with a brand new Pioneer Bluetooth head unit to replace our old, crusty, stock, gross head unit. That's right guys, we finally did it. We got rid of probably the ugliest bit of our interior, our gross, stock, scratched up, what looks like plastic dipped head unit. It's gone. Now we have this nice Pioneer DMH 220EX, fully touchscreen, equipped with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, hands-free calling. I mean, this thing literally, it does it all. I have not yet hooked up the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, only because it involves drilling some holes through my interior and running some cables, and the installation footage you're about to see was a bit rushed. I got pretty excited when this came in the mail. Alright, so I got Bluetooth working, basically everything I wanted it for working. It looks amazing. This is gonna be the first video in a long series of videos doing a build series on my 2006 350Z. What I really want is a track car. Now obviously this is my only car right now, so it'll be a daily driver that's reliable enough but yet still has all the appropriate modifications where we could take it to any track day we want to go to and rip it around and have plenty of fun. I'm talking complete suspension overhaul, new body kit, aero, front, back, sides, full aero kit, some interior mods to improve safety and driver comfort. It's gonna be getting the works, but yet still staying comfortable enough to be a street car. So with that being said guys, I won't keep you waiting too much longer. I'll let you go ahead and see the footage of me installing this head unit. I apologize, it is a bit rough. I was very excited to get it in and didn't exactly take my time getting the best angles because it was pretty late at night. But enjoy this footage. I'll tell you about kind of how you should go about finding a head unit for your car later in the video. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy this video. As y'all have seen, we finally got our new head unit. I just painted the trim piece that's going to cover this, so it's out there drying right now. I'm hoping I can get this in by tonight because I just can't really wait anymore. But right now we're just soldering together our wiring harness. So this is the end that'll go into the actual head unit itself, and this plugs in to the rest of the wiring harness for the car, as well as this. So they're all gonna get soldered together basically. So that's what you were just watching me do. Yeah, I gotta solder up this one now, and then I'm not using a wiring diagram because I couldn't find one, so I'm hoping I was able to match all these up correctly, and we're gonna find out when I put it in the car. They do sell, I think, these like pre-made, these like full harnesses pre-made somewhere. I haven't found them, but I've seen them. So if this doesn't go to plan, I'll just like buy a pre-made one, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna finish doing this, go out to the car, and then start taking apart the interior. So as y'all can see, we just took off the center, I don't know, waterfall bit that runs right through here. So now we should be able to just, alright. Now we just unplug this and we should be ready to go. Just got everything unplugged from the factory head unit. It looks like, I bet there was another head unit in here at one point, because this is not the factory head unit mounting bracket, so that's interesting. I mean, I know there was like a aftermarket amp in here at some point, but yeah, looks like they did not replace, and which is why this one's all cracked and broken. So there's also some extra wires in here that I'm not sure what to do with, but we'll figure that out. Alright guys, so let's see what time it is. So it's about 9:40 right now. We got the head unit in. Let me get another light on there. So we got it in. It's still, I'm still in the process of, like, this is all still loose. I'm still putting back in this center dash piece. It was a bit more of a pain than I thought it was gonna be, getting just this trim piece mounted in there. And I had to find a new ground because I couldn't reach the old ground or get the screw out. But luckily there was already another ground that somebody made. So yeah, we're just gonna button everything back up, and hopefully that other ground I ended up using is good. And then we'll give it the official test, and hopefully it works. I mean, I tested it before I put it all in, and it did work. But I wanted to save the big reveal for y'all. So let me get everything buttoned back up. Alright guys, just wanted to show you something. I did not know these existed for some reason. But, as you can see, or I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, there you go. We dropped a screw in there. So, just wanted to give you all a little tip. These little extendable magnet things are super helpful, especially when working in very tight spots. Also, like when you don't have magnetic tools, like my screwdriver that I'm using, which I just lost, is not magnetic. So literally just a magnet on a stick. So useful when working on cars. I'm almost done buttoning this up, so just give me a minute. Alright guys, so head unit's in. Just so y'all can see, in the 350Z, at least in the 06, there's a plastic cover that covers up this little tray in here. When you take that off, there's two screws, you can see on either side, and then there's two screws down here. So there's, if it'll focus, the middle screws are for this little, this is the computer that controls your AC and everything. I did remove those two just because it's easier moving that box down a little bit. It's just easier getting everything out. So yeah, just so you know, there's two screws there, two screws on the bottom, and then I do pull out this little heating AC unit thing. And then don't forget, when this all comes off, there is one plug connected to all those gauges, so be careful because that can rip off. And I'll show y'all to put the shift boot back on. Let me just hang on, let me reconnect the cords real quick. Cords are reconnected. Now to put this back on, all you got to do is slide it over, and then it's gonna kind of do a little, man, this is really dusty. I need to get in here and clean my interior again. It's gonna clip in like that, so you're just gonna push up. Looks like we have rubbed off some of our paint. We did. And then literally you just push it in, and that's it. Like it just sits in just like that. And that's that. So now we can put our shifter back on, which my adapter came off when I took it off, so hopefully I can get this back on properly. First official startup with everything buttoned up. So let's see, turn the ignition, comes on. Everything looks good so far. turns on, and looks like we're good. Hell yeah. So I wonder, illumination. Oh hell yeah. Alright, so we can make this orange, which I think I'm gonna do, that way it matches everything else. Theme, I guess we'll go orange. And let's see, that might be a little extra. Let me see what that other one looks like. Just like having it off. I kind of like that. I mean, I can always change it, but yeah, there we go. And let me connect my phone. Phone should be connected. And there it is. Alright, I'm not gonna play music in here because I don't want to get copyrighted. But looks like we did it, guys. Let's check one more thing. When I turn my headlights on, this should dim. I guess not. Oh wait, yes it did. It did dim a little bit. It was just really gradual. Sweet. Just went on a little test drive. I'm currently at the store. We got the lights on. We got the head unit in. Guys, I could not be more happy with how this turned out. Like, it came out like so flush. I did not get a chance to like put in the cords for like to run the cords for the Apple CarPlay and for the hands-free calling, like the microphone and everything, but honestly that's fine. I have like my phone mount here, so like I can use that for like navigation, and then I have like my music here, and it looks cool because I got like more screens or something. I don't know, I think I'm just a nerd, but yeah guys, I am so pumped with how this turned out. Like, it sounds amazing. Like, I did not think the stock speakers in this car were gonna sound that good with this head unit, but like, it sounds super clear. You know, it just, wow. I'm just so happy with how this turned out. There's other stuff it'll do, like I guess it's got radio, but like my car's missing an antenna, so literally just using it for Bluetooth, but it sounds super good. This is the Pioneer DMH 220EX. It's the one that doesn't have the CD reader in it. It's literally just a Bluetooth deal. Yeah guys, I'm so happy with this. This is so cool. It really just like changes the whole vibe of this car, you know. It makes it feel like a newer car. It's just it's really cool. I'm super pumped with this, so yeah. I'll see y'all guys in a little bit. I'm gonna go continue to enjoy this and then go to bed because I got work in the morning. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. Alright guys, I wanted to discuss some things about buying an aftermarket head unit for your car, just because there's some things you're going to want to look for and double check on before you just go ordering parts. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously find a head unit you like, find a brand you like. I have a Pioneer, and when you're looking for a head unit, you need to decide if you want a single DIN or a double DIN, which that basically means this is a double DIN. Alright, it's basically, just think of this as double DIN, and then the thin ones is a single DIN. They normally don't have, they're not touchscreen, they're just like a normal little stereo unit. That's a single DIN. So figure out, some cars they only have room for a single DIN. Other cars, sorry, the lighting's all weird. Other cars you might be able to like cut out a hole for a double DIN. So just figure out what you need first before you go looking. Find a brand you like. Like I said, Pioneer is really good. Kenwood's really good. So do that first. Second, when you're finding a head unit, you're going to want to see how the fit is. So what I would recommend is like watching some YouTube videos to see how it's going to fit in the car. For example, this one, if I hadn't gotten this trim piece, this little bezel, there would have been like a massive gap in between the head unit and the rest of this dash. So keep in mind, you might need to get some extra trim pieces when you order your head unit. Now that comes into, oh shit, yellow Mark V Supra just pulling up at the Chick-fil-A. That's sick as hell. Another thing you're gonna have to get is your wiring harness. So the head unit itself will come with the part of the harness that connects to the head unit, but most times you're gonna need to buy the other end of that to solder it all together. What helps, I was able to find this bezel trim piece that came with the other ends of the wiring harness. It was like a kit, and I'll link my head unit and the kit that I bought down in the description if you want to get it, if you have a 350, or if you want to put the same head unit in another car. So, you know, figure out your sizes, what you can fit in your car. I think this is like a 6.2 inch double din head unit. Find a brand you like, you know, do some research, find out what sounds good, and mainly like what's compatible with your car. Alright guys, so now that you have your head unit ordered, you know what fits in your car, you know what you want, it's all ordered, we need to talk about tools. So changing out a head unit really is not that difficult, but you are going to need, depending on how you do it, you are going to need a soldering iron, which I can put a link to the one I have in the description. But I mean, I don't know, this wasn't that expensive, and it came with the whole holder and little cleaner bits, and it's been working really well for me. I used it to obviously wire up that head unit, and I mean, I've built drones with it, I've built all sorts of little electrical components with it, so it's a good soldering iron. There is another way of doing it. I don't have any with me right now, but there's these little crimp things that you stick both ends of the wire into, and then you crimp it down and it connects them. Those work. I'm just not a big fan of them because I feel like they're gonna come out, and I'd rather just solder stuff together. But if you don't know how to solder, just go down to AutoZone, O'Reilly's. You can probably find them in Walmart. Those will do the trick. I'll put a picture up here of what they look like. So, soldering iron, if you're gonna solder it yourself, those little crimp things, if you just want to do it like a very quick, easy way. I do not recommend doing what I did. I did not look up a wiring diagram. I couldn't find one. I just basically watched a bunch of videos, and I mean, it was pretty simple. You really just color matched all the wires, and then there were some that I didn't even hook up because I didn't even have like an amp, a separate amp, and I don't have like a reverse camera or anything in the car, so there's nothing to hook up for that. But do, if you can, watch some videos of someone who explains how to wire it, or find a wiring diagram, because you definitely don't want to cross any of those wires and then put it in and something's not right, and you could end up shorting something. It could just be a mess. So make sure you know what you're wiring. Depending on your car, obviously all cars are different, but you're gonna need probably a Phillips head. My car has a lot of Phillips head screws underneath body panels. Most body panels, by the way, on the inside of your car, like trim panels, I guess, literally pop off with plastic clips. So you can use a flathead screwdriver, or they have plastic trim remover tools, which are literally just so like, they look almost like a scraper, and they probably are better for your interior because they are plastic and it's less likely you're gonna scratch the inside of your car. So I can put one of those in the description as well. I'll just link everything on Amazon, that way you'll have like a solid list to go off of if you want to do this. I did not need one of those because all the plastic clips in my car are basically broken because people have taken it apart so many times. So I literally just unscrew the few screws that are there and it comes right out. You might need like a socket wrench set, but I highly doubt it because most of the time it's just Phillips heads. So literally just a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead, and you should be good in terms of taking everything apart. And definitely make sure, like I mentioned before, always look behind the trim piece you're taking off before you just take it completely off, because there could be a bunch of wires attached to it and you definitely don't want to rip those out. Another few just useful tips, especially if you've never done this before. You're mainly going to be working inside your car, so bring some little plastic bags, some cups, anything. Use cup holders. Separate out your screws, because there's going to be a few of them and you definitely don't want to lose them inside your car or mix them up. I've done that plenty of times. Get one of those little magnet things like I showed you. Super useful, especially for working on the interior of your car. Stay organized and just, you know, have a fun time. It's a super easy mod to do your car. There's plenty of videos out there showing you how to solder and everything. It's really not that hard, especially for something like this. It's not like you're trying to work on a small little like computer board or anything. It's just two wires being fused together. So alright guys, so that is gonna be it. I'm about to head into the gym, hit a little bodybuilding workout with Connor. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. I'll link everything I used, even things I didn't use, that could really help. Just basic tools to have in the description. If you have a 350Z, specifically an 06, I think maybe like 05 and down, they're slightly different, but you can find the same little shrouds or bezel pieces that I used. They're all over Amazon. I literally got everything from Amazon. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. There's gonna be a lot more car content coming. I got a few things in mind that I want to do next. Obviously, I've been saying for a while I'm gonna paint that front bumper. That's definitely coming next. I'm gonna do Stone's headliner at some point, and for right now the interior is gonna be on hold because I've got it where I like where it's at the moment, and I want to get some stuff done on the outside of the car and for the performance of the car, and for the handling of the car. So interior is gonna sit for a little bit, and yeah guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.